Yes, respected friends, welcome, salutations to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations to you, submissions to you, and prayers together that this path we never give up. Welcome. It's a very sublime, intellectually empowering classes every day on the basis of our Shastras. Physically, monetarily, or external activities, we may not do anything, but through this, we are opening up our intellects for the higher, greater, deeper understandings and possibilities. Hope you are learning from all these and finding these things to be meaningful and useful. I am to getting lot of benefit because for me, day by day, through the classes taken for you, my clarity is growing, my convictions are growing, and feeling really elated and delighted also within. Thank you all also for this opportunity given, and special thanks to my Lord, the Guru Parampara, the Shruti Mata, all the Rishi Munis who are there behind the screen, everywhere they are there because of their sankalpa only. All these are happening. Like every day, today also you have seven things: common sense thought, sankalpa, sahanavavatu, Vedic chanting, Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, last but one shloka study. Then we'll have our Taittiriya Upanishad, Chaturtha Vijnanamaya Kosha Adhyanam, last one from Sri Hanumanji's Lanka Yatra through Sita Hanuman Samvada. Some more things we learn to manage our personality for our outer and inner successes. Done. First one, the common sense thought for the day. Today's common sense thought is little spiritual oriented. सुन लो क्या फर्क पड़ता है anyway. Right? And what it is key, the world is there around. Okay. The world is there around in the form of millions of names and forms and all variety. In general, the whole things that are seen in the world, technically in Shastra Bhasha, they are called Vishaya, objects. There are only five basically perceivable to us. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Okay? These five Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Gandha, to receive them, we are given five faculties. For the Shabda, the ears; for the Sparsha, the skin; for perceiving the Rupa, the eyes; for the Rasa, the taste, the tongue; and for smelling the Gandha, the nose. Now the point is, our inquiry begins now. Our common sense thought begins now. Among these two, the outer Shabda, Sparsha, Gandha, are our faculties, Indriyas, which are great, which are important, to whom we have to give more value and less value. To which one? Think about it. It is an inquiry today. Which is important, which is less important. In the absence of the clarity of this, that which is less important, we give more to that. That which is more important, we give less to it. This is called as samsara, and this is called as delusion. This is because of ignorance. Knowledge is given now. With the knowledge, remove the ignorance. With the removal of ignorance, remove the delusion. With the removal of delusion, don't anymore do the misplacing of the importance. This is a thought. Now you think which is important among these two. The two aspects are which are closer to you and which is depending on the other. Among the objects and the senses, senses are closer to near to us. So whatever is near to us is precious. One point is this. Second is what? Which depends on what? Are our senses depending on the objects or the objects depending on the senses? How do you know it? By knowing or thinking or analyzing. If one of them is not there, what's happening to the second? For example, if the indriyas are not there, like the eyes are not there, there is no meaning to the forms and colors. But without the forms and colors, eye can be there. So without the nose, smells are not there. But nose can be there without smelling. That way, the objects are depending on senses, not senses are depending on objects. This is the discovery. This is called knowledge given. This should remove the delusion. What is the delusion? That the senses are depending on them. Therefore, I cannot be without the objects. This is called wrong notion. This is called samsara. Using this knowledge that the objects depend on senses and not vice versa, we have to free our senses from their slavery to the objects. This is called spiritual sadhana. And this is to be understood. This should be accepted. This should be practiced. This should be achieved. And a stage will come where when the Tongue needs, it will eat the food. No more the food that is attractive outside can pull my tongue when it's not required. When my ears need, then they listen sounds. Just because the sounds are coming, my ears are not fascinated. When I need, I look the forms, whichever are required. Any form coming in front, I'm not going to be greedy to look at that form and entertain myself. My senses are no more slaves to the outer world of Shabda Sparsha Prasagandha. This is called the achievement. This is called sadhana. थिंक अबाउट इट, कूलली समझो किसके ऊपर कौन डिपेंडेंट है, कौन हमसे नजदीक है, किसके लिए किसको छोड़ना है, किसके लिए किसको रक्षा करना है. शुड वी सेव आवर सेंसेस और फॉर द सेक ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट्स डिस्ट्रॉय आवर सेंसेस बाय मिसयूजिंग देम, अब्यूजिंग देम, मेकिंग देम स्लेव टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स. वही कर रहे हैं हम. The tongue has to be protected, but we are slave to the tastes. Eat so much, the tongue is spoiled, the stomach is spoiled. है ना? Eyes are precious, not the objects. But with the eyes we watch TV cinema so much. आँख भी खराब, दिमाग भी खराब. वो पहले भी खराब था. So my indriyas are important to me, not objects. For the sake of objects, I will not destroy my indriyas. I protect indriyas. For the sake of that, I am ready to give up the objects. This is called understanding. This is called correct understanding. This is the free from delusion. This is the maturity. Like I will listen to my parents because they are the best well wishers of me. They are the ones who love me, take care of me. I am not going to listen to all these stupid people called as friends anymore. This is called maturity. This is the correct understanding. Just because parents tell it strongly, you say आप हमको डांटते हो इसलिए हम आपकी नहीं बात सुनेंगे, दूसरे बहुत प्यार से बोलते हैं लेकिन they only misguide me, फिर भी प्यार से बोलते हैं, therefore let me go there. Like in Hinduism, if you do any sin, you are punished, so that you have to come out of it. But there is another religion, all sinners are saved. Therefore, every sinner gets converted. Thus, Hinduism is becoming purified. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. So, first thing is no more indriyas being destroyed for the sake of objects. Now, come to the next level. Are the indriyas also the main things? Or they also depend on someone else? If you look at it, there's something beyond the indriyas called as mind. When the mind is there functioning, mind means all the antakarana, then only indriyas function. But when the indriyas do not function, still the mind is there. Like the dream. ड्रीम में कोई ऐसे इंद्रिय नहीं है, मन अपना दुनिया बना रहा है. And mind is more closer to us. Mind is more precious to us. Then how much in our delusion, by giving value to indriyas and the object, we disturb our mind. This is immaturity. This is delusion. This is wrong life. This is ignorance. This is called as samsara. And the suffering you are going through because of it. And the one who understands mind is precious, not the organs, and I will not value them to the extent of disturbing my mind, then he is becoming spiritual, he is becoming mature. कुछ भी हुआ है मेरे मन को, इंद्रियों के पीछे जाऊंगा, इंद्र मन पूरा अपना ज्ञान को खोएगा. Yesterday also we saw this thought, इंद्रियाणाम विचरताम यन्मनः अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञा. So my mind is important than senses. Senses are important than the objects. I give up the objects will not spoil my senses. I control the senses will not trouble my mind. Now, is the mind also is independent? No. There is somebody who is using and operating the mind. It is called as our real inner self. It is the inner self which is there. Because of the mind also is there. But even the mind is not there, the self is there, like in dream, in sleep, sorry. In the deep sleep, there's no mind. But I am there. That's why when I wake up, I say I had no minds, no thoughts, so no indriyas, no perception, never I didn't know anything. But you know you don't know anything, you know. How? Because you are there as awareness. Therefore, that inside me is called the self. That self is important, not the mind. Mind is important, not senses. Senses are important, not the objects. Therefore, shifting our importance value from the object to the senses, from the senses to the mind, from mind to the self is called spiritual journey. And this self, in fact, is infinite. it is pure existence, it is consciousness, it is blissful. Because it is existence, there is no fear of it will die, its death. Because it is consciousness, there is no fear of being inert and again destructible. It being infinite, there is no fear or problem or misery of being finite. It is being the nature of bliss, there is no question of sorrow there. In fact, with the Indriya Prana, Sharira, we are identifying and living the world only for this, to be eternal, to be not insentient, to be never limited, to be blissful. That is the nature of the self inside already. You discover it, you get what you want. You need not do anything. That is what yesterday or day before or 3 days back we studied in our Taittiriya Upanishad. Brahma vidapnoti param tadesham yukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma. But whoever discovers that Brahman in the heart, yoveda nitam guhayam parame vyoman, saha ashtute sarvan kaman saha. The discoverer of the self inside enjoys all the bliss enjoyed by all beings in the whole world of past, present, future, with all their faculties in every object of the world. भूत भविष्य वर्तमान के सारे जीव अपने उपाधियों से सारे वस्तुओं में निमग्न होकर जो सुख पाते हैं वो सब ब्रह्म आनंद में है एंड ब्रह्म आनंद इज मोर देन दैट इज द सेल्फ सो दिस जर्नी is called spirituality. Okay, right now where are we? The self is forgotten, mind is destroyed, senses are made slave to the objects, objects which are jada, they are dominating us, and they sing a song, then we dance to their tunes. See, ऑब्जेक्ट देखते ही अट्रैक्ट हो गए. टीवी में ऐड देखा, मार्केट में देखा, कोई दोस्तों के पास वस्तु देखा, इमीडिएटली द इंद्रियाज वांट इट. इंडियन माइंड से ठीक है मैं हाजिर हूँ लाइक द गुलाम. And the pure self is forgotten. The slavery ego, jiva, he becomes functional there. So, itna pathetic life. Means your kutta is taking you for the walking. Your car is taking you where it wants. That you are not taking it where you want. है कि नहीं? कुत्ते हमें देख ले जाने कि हमें कुत्ते को ले जाने हैं बताओ. We are the slave of the dog now. We are the slave of the vehicles. They are all vehicles. How can they decide where we have to go? And that also destructive places. So that day when I say that I will not go there and here because the senses and mind saying, I will go here because this is where there is liberation or there is spiritual evolution, you have grown up. To come to that understanding and decision, you have to keep on doing only one thing, studying such shastras, contemplating on them, keeping on enhancing your understanding. Right? Now, to take us to this self only, in our Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, these 4 yogas are told, 4 sadhanas are told. You all have studied all of that. गीता में यही पढ़ा रहे हम शुरू से. पिछले 720 दिन हो गए today. 720 days. Now 70 more days will be there because big chapter coming up. So, what are the 4 yogas? First, Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? Outer objects, outer people, outer situation, outer my duties, responsibilities managed. So that I am not questioned by them, I am not answerable to them, and I have done it, kept it away, that's it. उसको कर्म योग कहते हैं. Very important. So managing the outer world so that it doesn't become hindrance for my inner spiritual journey, that art is called Karma Yoga. Now study that Karma Yoga chapter exhaustively and know every of the point. अब देखो जब ड्राइविंग करना है तो हर एक चीज़ को आपको जानना है ना. अब कुकिंग करना है तो एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू नो. बिजनेस करना है तो यू हैव टू नो एवरीथिंग. यू वांट टू बी डॉक्टर, यू हैव टू नो एवरीथिंग रिलेटेड टू दैट फील्ड. पॉलिटिशियन बनना है, ऑल द इन्स एंड आउट्स ऑफ दैट यू मस्ट. यू वांट टू बी लायर, उस सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ना है ना. चार्टर्ड अकाउंट बनना है तो सो टू यू हैव टू बिकम स्पिरिचुअली ग्रोन. यू मस्ट नो एवरी ऑफ दिस योगास एंड प्रैक्टिस देम. व्हाट इज डिफिकल्ट अबाउट इट इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट? और नहीं चाहिए हमको स्पिरिचुअल सोल्यूशन और दैट रियलाइजेशन. वी वांट टू बी इन द वर्ल्ड. कंटिन्यू देन. आई एम नॉट टीचिंग यू. यू आर नॉट माय स्टूडेंट, आई एम नॉट योर टीचर. गो. अब जो लॉ कॉलेज में ज्वाइन हो गया उसको जाके मेडिकल प्रोफेसर बोलेगा क्या? भाई आ जाओ बेटा मैं मेडिसिन सिखाता हूँ. अरे साहब हम लॉ में ज्वाइन किए हैं. हमारे नहीं अब जाएगा नहीं वो. लॉ टीचर ओनली विल टीच. So to a law student, medical student cannot be called by the law teacher. बेटा आ जाओ मैं लॉ सिखाता हूँ. बोलते शादी करूंगा, आई विल गेट मदर इन लॉ, फादर इन लॉ, ब्रदर इन लॉ. आई हैव नॉट नो इंटरेस्ट इन लॉ. Same way, if you are interested in the world, you need not come. But those who are interested to grow spiritually, welcome. For you, these are the things. First, Karma Yoga, finish off the outer world. Finish means irresponsibility. No more the world is a disturbance to your sadhana. Second is called inner personality management. That's called as the yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Usme our mind is there, in the mind million thoughts are there, they're all quietened. That sadhana is called yoga sadhana. It has three steps: outer, inner, and innermost. Outer sadhana is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. Inner sadhana is dharana, dhyana, samadhi. With that, the mind control. With the controlled mind, you enter into samadhi. Through the samadhi sthiti, you will eliminate all the samskara vasanas which you are expressing as thoughts in the mind and dragging you outside. So, inner management is done by yoga sadhana. Outer is by karma yoga. Third one is what? There is a Lord who is managing the whole world show. By using all our faculties in his service, and we come out of the slavery of them and we get empowered by him, blessed by him. That's called bhakti yoga. भक्ति में हम सारे अपने उपाधियों को अहंकार को भगवान को दे देते हैं. And when this bhakti that way becomes very perfected, the same God comes in the form of Guru. That Guru makes us sit and teaches us the Upanishads, the Upanishad Ukta Tattva Jnanam, the Atma Jnanam, and the technique of meditation to reach to the Atma Jnanam. This is called Jnana Yoga. So the Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. In the Jnana Yoga, when you go deep inside yourself, you will know what your essential self, which is the substratum of the whole world. That's called Tatpadam. Tatpada Parimarganam in the chapter 15, 14, 13. Every chapter we are studying that only. And the one who knows the self is infinitely blissful, no bondage at all. So this is in short, keep in your mind what is spirituality. Matlab ye hai. From the objects, from the senses, from the mind to the self through Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga. अब 10 बार सुनो तो more familiarity will have. Thinking we करो तो clarity will come. Start doing sadhana, you will see, yeah, it's true. It's all in your hands. Whether it is right now or you postpone it, तुम्हारा चॉइस है. थैंक यू. ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास सन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त श्रीमद्गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहणमप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायिनां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्वध्यात्मक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयभिलाषिणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु श्रोतॄणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य आदि समस्त शक्ति संपदा अनुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णा समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्य दिव्य क्षेत्राणां भूभागानां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग सेवना साधना तपस्यादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः अस्मात् क्षणादेव सम्यक् सम्पूर्णरूपेण सम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वमोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रसारद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां समस्तयुवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति देवताभक्ति गुरुभक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति सत्संगभक्ति साधनाभक्ति सेवाभक्ति देशभक्ति माता पितृभक्ति धर्मभक्ति सनातन धर्मभक्ति आदीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक कार्यक्रमाणां शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापनानां मध्ये शांति मंत्र उच्चारणं ऋग्वेद पारायणं श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता सप्तदशोऽध्यायस्य पारायणमध्ययनं कृष्णयजुर्वेदे तैत्तिरीयोपनिषदस्य पारायणमध्ययनं श्रीरामचरितमानसान्तर्गत सुन्दराकाण्ड पारायण अध्ययन द्वारा आंजनेय लंका यात्रा अध्ययन द्वारा विजय रहस्यानाम अवगाहन वयं सर्वे विवेक वैराग्य भक्ति ज्ञानादीनां द्वारा मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं जन्म साफल्यार्थं भारतवर्षार्थं सनातन धर्मार्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं च करिष्यामहे संकल्प सहनामवतु. ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We have done our third thing. Now the fourth one, Vedic chanting for 8 to 10 minutes. Om Atha Vedaparayinam Vedapathanam Rugvedaha Pratamamandalam Atha चतु चतुर्विंशत्यधिकशततम अनुवाकात् आरभ्य 124 onwards. ओम उषा उच्चन्ति समिधाने अग्ना उद्यन् सूर्य उर्विया ज्योतिरश्रेत् देवो नो अत्र सवितान्वर्तं प्रासामि द्विपत्प्रचतुष्पदित्यै अमिनति दैव्यानि व्रतानि अप्रमिनति मनुष्या युगानि ईयुषीणामुपमा शश्वतीनाम् आयतीनां प्रथमोषा व्यद्यौत् एषा दिवो दुहिता प्रत्यदर्शि ज्योतिरवसाना समना पुरस्तात् ऋतस्य पन्था मन्वेति साधु प्रजानति वनदिशो मिनाति उपो अदर्शि शुन्द्युवो नवक्षो नोधा इवाविरकृत प्रियाणि अद्मसन्नसनसतो बोधयन्ते शश्वत्थमाघात् पुनरेयुषीणाम् पूर्वे अर्धे रजसो अप्त्यस्य गवां जनित्र्य कृतप्रकेतुं व्युप्रथते वितरं वरीय ओभा गृणन्ति पित्रोरुपस्था एवे देशा पुरुतमादृशेकं नाजामिं न परिवृणक्ति जामिं हरेपसा तन्वा शाश्वता नानार्भादीशते नमो विभाते अभ्रातेव पुंस एति प्रतीचीगर्तारुगिव सनयेधनानां जायेव पत्य उशते सुवासा उषाहस्रेव निरीणीते अप्सः स्वस्ता स्वसा स्वस्रेज्यायस्यै योनिमारै कस्पैत्यस्याः प्रतिजक्षेव युच्छन्ति रश्मिभिः सूर्यस्याञ्जन्ते समनगा इव व्राः आसां पूर्वासामहसु स्वश्रूणामपरा पूर्वामभ्येति पश्चात् ताः प्रत्नवन्नप्यसि नूनमस्मे रेवदुच्छन्तु सुदिना उषासः प्रबोधयोषः पृणतो मघोन्यव्युध्यमानाः प्रणयः ससन्दो रेवदुच्च मघवद्भ्यो मघोनि रेवत्स्रोत्रे सूनृते जरा जारयन्ते अवेयमश्वैद्युवति पुरस्ताद्युङ्क्ते गवामरुणा नामनीकौ विनूनमुच्चादसति प्रकेतुर्गृहं गृहमुपतिष्ठाते अग्निः उत्ते वयश्चिद्वसतेरप तन्नरश्चये पितुभाजो व्युष्टौ अमासते वहसि भूरि वाममुषो देविदाशुषे मर्त्याय अस्तोड्भं स्तोम्या ब्रह्मणा मे विवृधध्वम् उशतीरुषा सह युष्माकं देवीरवसा सनेम सहस्रिणं च शतिनं च वाजौ नौ 25 125 प्रातारत्नं प्रातरित्वा दधाति तं चिकित्वान् प्रतिगृह्यानि दत्ते तेन प्रजां वर्धयमान आयु रायस्पोषेण सचते सुवीरः सुग्रसत्सु हिरण्यस्वश्वो बृहदस्मै वय इन्द्रो ददाति यस्त्वायन्तं वसुना प्रातरित्वो मोक्षि जये भवद्दिमुत्सिनाते आय मध्य सुकृतं प्रातरिच्छन्निष्टेः पुत्रं वसुमतारथेन अंशोः सुतं पायय मत्सरस्य क्षयद्वीरं वर्धय सूनृताभिः उपक्षरन्ति सिन्धवो मयो भुव ईजानं च यक्ष्यमाणं च धेनवः पृणन्तं च पपुरिं च श्रवस्यो घृतस्य धारा उपयन्ति विश्वदः नाकस्य पृष्ठे अधितिष्ठति श्रितो यः पृणाति सह देवेषु गच्छते तस्मा आपो घृतमर्षन्ति सिन्धवस्तस्मा यं दक्षिणापिन्वते सदा दक्षिणावतामिदिमानि चित्रा दक्षिणावतां दिवि सूर्यासः दक्षिणावन्तो अमृतं भजन्ते दक्षिणावन्तः प्रतिरन्तायुः मा पृणन्तो दुरितमेन अरन्मा जारिषु सूरयः सुव्रतासः अन्यस्तेषां परिधिरस्तु कश्चिदपृणन्तमभिसंयन्तु शोकाः 126 अमन्दान् सोमान् प्रभरे मनीषा सिन्धावदीक्ष्यतो भाव्यस्य यो मे सहस्रममिमीत सवासतूर्तो राजाश्रव इच्छमानाः शतं राज्ञो नाधमानस्य निष्काञ्चतमः श्वान् प्रयतान् सद्य आदं शतं कक्षीवाग असुरस्य गोनां दिविश्रभोजरमाथतान् उपमाश्यावाह स्वनयेन दत्ता वधूमन्तो दशरथासो अस्तु षष्टिः सहस्रमनुगव्यमाघात् सनत्कक्षीवागं अभिपित्वे अह्नाम चत्वारिंशद्दशरथस्य शोणाः सहस्रस्याग्रे श्रेणिन्नयन्ते मदच्युतः कृशनावतो अत्यान् कक्षीवन्त उदमुर्क्षन्त प्रजवज्राः पूर्वामनुप्रयतिमा ददे वस्त्रीन्युक्ता अष्टावरिधा यशोगाः सुबन्धवो ये विश्वा इव व्रा अनन्स्वन्तः श्रवय ऐशन्त प्रज्राः आगदिता परिगदिताया कशीके वजङ्गहे ददाति मह्यं यादुरीयाशुनां भोज्या सदा उपोपमे परामृशमामे दभ्राणि मन्यताः सर्वाहमस्मि रोमशा गन्धारीणामिवाभिका 128 127 अग्निं होतारं मन्येदास्वन्तं वसुं सूनुं सहसो जातवेदसं विप्रं न जातवेदसं य ऊर्ध्वया स्वध्वरो देवो देवाच्याकृप वृतस्य बिभ्राष्टिमनुवष्टि शोषिषा जुह्वनस्य सर्पिषः यजिष्ठं त्वा यजमाना हुवे मज्येष्ठ मङ्गिरसां विप्रमन्मभिर्विप्रेभिः शुक्रमन्मभिः परिग्मानमिवद्यां होतारं चर्षणीनां शोचिष्केशं वृषणं यमिमा विषप्रावन्तु जातये विषः स हि पुरोचिदोजसा विरुक्मतादीद्यानो भवति द्रुहन्तरः परशुर्नद्रुहन्तरः वीडुचिद्यस्य समृतौ श्रुवध्वनेन यत्स्थिरं निश्यमाणो यमतेनायते धन्वासः नायते दृढाचिदस्मानुदुर्यथाविदे तेजिष्ठा वीररणिभिर्द्याष्ट्यवसेऽग्नये धाष्ट्यवसे प्रयः पुरूणि गाहते तक्षध्वनेव शोचिषा स्थिराचिदन्नानिरीणात्योजसा निस्थिराणि चिदोजसा तमस्य वृक्षमुपरासु धीमहि नक्तं यः सुदर्शतरो दिवातरादप्रायुषे दिवातरात् आदस्यायुर्ग्रभणवत् वीडुशर्मणसूनवे भक्तमभक्तमवोऽव्यन्तो अजरा अग्नयो व्यन्तो अजराः 127 स हि शर्धो न मारुतं तु विश्वनिरप्नस्वती शूर्वरा स्विष्ट निरार्तना स्विष्टनिः आदद्धव्यान्यादधिर्यज्ञस्य केतुर्हर्हणा अदस्मास्य हर्षतोर्षीवतो विश्वे जुषन्तपन्तां नरः शुभे न बन्धाम द्विता यदीङ्कीस्तासो अविद्यवो नमस्यन्त उपवोचन्त भृगवो मत्नन्तो दाशा भृगवः अग्निरीशेव सूर्णां शुचिर्यो धर्निरेषां प्रिया अपि धीर्वनिशिष्टमेधिरा वनिशिष्टमेधिरः विश्वासान्त्वा विशाम्पतिं हवामहे सर्वासां समानन्दं पदिं भुजे सत्यगिर्वासं भुजे अतिथिं मानुषाणां पितुर्नयस्यासया अमी च विश्वे अमृता सावयो हव्या देवेश्वावयः त्वमग्ने सहसा सहन्तमः शुष्मितमो जायसे देवतातये रयिर्न देवतातये शुष्मिन्तमोहिते मदो द्युम्निन्तम उत क्रतुः अदस्माते परिचरन्त्यजरः सुष्टिवानो वाजरः प्रभो महे सहसा सहस्वत उषर्बुधे पशुषेनाग्नये स्तोमो बभूत्वग्नये प्रतियदीं हविष्मान् विश्वासुक्षासु जोगुवे अग्रे रेभो न जरतरुषूणां जूर्निर्होतरुषूणां स नो नेदिष्टं ददुषा न आभराग्ने देवेभिः सजनाः सुचेतुन महोराय सुचेतुन महिषविष्टसंस्कृति सञ्चक्षे भुजे अस्यै महिस्तोतृभ्यो मघवन् सुवीर्यमतिरुग्रो न शवस ॐ शान्तिः 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 127 Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, last word, one shloka. Sat Om Tat Sat. Sat Pada Viniyoga. We have to listen. Thought is simple, but very, very important. Simple things, important things are simple, we miss them. Unimportant things are complicated, we try to understand them. Even we understand they are complicated only. Very, very beautiful shloka. This one, straight away we chant it 4 times, we see the meaning of it. Tomorrow we'll do the last shloka. Day after tomorrow, the entire 17th chapter, browsing through as well as telling you the essence, chanting of it and essence. Then day after onward, we'll be starting our 18th last chapter. Done. Today's date is 23, 24, 25, 26 से लेकर के 26 सितंबर हम जो है 18वां अध्याय स्टार्ट करेंगे. Now chant this last but one shloka 4 time yajna tapasi. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः श्रद्धात्रयविभागयोगः सप्तविंशतितमः श्लोकः श्रीभगवानुवाच यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते यज्ञदानतपः कर्म सर्यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते once more यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते. Just to remind my beloved friends, the topic under discussion is the three names of the Lord and their upayoga viniyoga. So that the name brings the named the Lord. Lord comes with all his powers and love to protect us from the difficulties, to save us from the negativities, and to empower us, and to make us do the correct things and things correctly, so that the correct result we get. This is the power of it. So, what are the three names of the Lord? Om Tat Sat iti Nirdeshaha Brahmanaha Trividaha Smrtaha Brahmanaha Vedasha Yajnasha Tena Pura Vihita. Then how the Om is used? Upayoga of the Om, Vinyoga. Tasmad Om iti Udaharutya Yajnadana Tapakriyaha Pravartante Vidanoktaha Satatam Brahmavadina. So the Brahmavadi, those who love the Vedas, study them, according to the Vedic injunction, they do Yajna and Tapa, but while doing that, they take the name of the Lord, Om se shuru karte. That power of Om is so powerful, that makes this person to understand and do the Yajna Dana Tapa perfectly. Then he goes on getting the outer result, whatever he wants. Om in yoga, like that, an example it is. Not as a complete thing it is. तस्मादोमिति उदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपक्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः इव प्रवर्तन्ते as per the Veda Vidhana only. Satatam always Brahmavadina. So the Vedavadi, Brahmavadi, remember the Lord Om. Om Lord makes him remember the Yajnadana Tapa he has to do. He goes on doing all of them and he goes on getting the results. One. Second is what? Tat. Tat has got one beautiful use. Tat iti. First say the name of the Lord Tat. Then Anavisandaya Phalam. Just don't expect the outer phala. It's only delusion. Then what you have to do? Yajna tava kriyaha dana kriyascha kriyante. Who by whom moksha kankshimi. So the moksha kankshi purushas also do yajna dana tava kriya. They take tat as the Lord's name there, and while doing the yajna dana tava kriya, they are not avisandaya phalam. They are not wanting the outer phala. Because of not wanting the outer phala, their inner antakarna becomes pure. Because antakarna has become pure, they will be getting the knowledge from the Guru. They can meditate. They know the self. When know the self, there is moksha. Therefore, moksha kankshimihi. So the outer world kankshi use the Om, the name, do Yajnadana Tapa and they get the outer results. The moksha kankshi do the Yajnadana Tapa only, but without Phalakangsha, therefore their antakarna becomes pure. With that, they become qualified for inner meditation, inner journey, inner discover self, which is moksha. So tat ho gaya. Ab sat. In general as well as even after realization. Sat word is the name of the Paramatma. It is used for mainly three things. Sadbhave, Sadhubhave, Prashaste, Karmani. Sadbhave, Sadhubhave cha Sadityetat prayujyate Prashaste karmani dhatha Sat shabdah parthayujyate. So go on taking the name of the Lord Sad Sad Sad. The power of the name Sad will make your Bhava Sat and Sadhu and makes you do the Prashasta karma. Or do the Sadbhava, do the Sadhubhava, do the Prashasta karma. While doing so, to be intact in that, not to miss it, take the name of the Lord Sad. Or doing Sadbhava, Sadhubhava and Prashasta karma is indirectly amounts to the remembrance of the Lord Sat name. Why? Because Sat word is applicable here. Therefore, one idea is what? Sadbhava. Means the non-existing thing made existing. That's called Sat. Sadhubhava, a wrongdoing person became wrongdoer. Third one, Prashasta Karma, a precious, useful activities for the world, they are called. So the Asat has become Sat, Asan Purusha, San Purusha, Asat Gruha, San Gruha. So to Sadhu Bhava, he was a Sadhu Vyakti, he was troubling all, now he is a Sadhu Vyakti, he is helping all. So Sat is the name of the Lord. Means by the God's grace, whether people have prayed or he himself prayed or Lord wanted, he made that fellow from the Asadu to Sadhu. He gave that fellow which he had not this thing, whether it's a house or a married wife or children. तो सद्भाव साधुभाव दोनों हमने बताया. So to now this person is doing prashasta karma. Very important, helpful activities. He's starting an organization, starting an industry, starting a forum, or starting some unit in the help of the world. That's called prashasta karma. So the Lord has helped him, blessed him to do that. So this is the first meaning of sadbhava, sadhubhava, prashasta karma. From here, let us talk about what is that? Always have the sadbhava. सद्भाव इज एवरीथिंग इज परमात्मा, ये वाला भाव, सब सतरूपी परमात्मा ही है, ऐसा भाव अंदर रखो. दिस itself is the Lord's name taken Sat, because you are seeing the God everywhere. Equally valuable is Sadhu Bhava. Outside, not only you see everybody as God, inside towards them have the attitude of respect and reverence. That's called as Sadhu. कौन है साधु? जो सबके प्रति आदर रखता है. क्यों? सब में वो भगवान को देखता है. To for him, the dog or cat or tree or plant or human animal, सबके प्रति उनका प्रेम आदर होता है. That's called sadhu bhava. Why? Because he has sadbhava. Means in and through all of them, he is not seeing the outer chamda, the body of those beings. He is not seeing the organs of them. He is not seeing any of their activity. He is seeing the life principle in it, because of which it is alive, and that life is God. He is attending to that. Therefore, he is sadbhava. Because of that, he is respecting, revering them. Therefore, he has got sadhu bhava. हमारे लाइफ में हमेशा सद्भाव और साधुभाव होना है. सद्भाव is seeing everybody as God. Sadbhava is your purity of intentions, purity of attitudes. Attitude is all are God. Intention is I must love them, respect them, serve them. Yet when you do this, the Sat Paramatma is with you. Om Tat Sat Mein. And in that practice, slowly, the outer things anyway you are not valuing, they dissolve and you see the Lord in them. Like a stone is taken, but you take it as Lord Shiva. That's called Sadbhava. And every day you do the Upasana. That's called as Sadhubhava. Slowly, sorry, the stoneness of the Shivalinga goes away. In that Shiva Sakshatkar ho jayega. Because after all, that stone is permeated by Sadvastu, which is Paramatma. If you are doing it for bhakti sake, Lord Shiva will appear. If you are using for jnana sake, the stone के behind जो सद्वस्तु है, तुम्हारे पीछे जो सद्वस्तु है, उसका तुमको अनुभव आ जाएगा. It's a very sublime thing. So this is the meaning of second is sadhu bhava. Third one is what? This outer sadbhava, inner sadbhava should express through prashasta karma. The four prashasta karmas are sadharma karma, seva karma, bhagavad upasana karma, then tattva jnana prapti karma. In the same way, after we realize the Paramatma, that time also the prashasta karmas are serve the world. and serve the Lord, Upasana, and serve again the people by guiding them towards the truth or reality. That is called as Prashasta Karma. So if you are doing Prashasta Karma, you are a Satpurusha. If you have the Sadbhava, you are a Satpurusha. If you have the Sadbhava, you are a Satpurusha. Sat is Paramatma's name. So use the Paramatma's name Sat Sat Sat, you will create in us Sadbhava, Sadbhava, Prashasta Karma. Or whenever the Sadbhava, Sadbhava, Prashasta Karma you have to do, take the name of the Lord Sat and do them. Therefore, they will be protected. You will be succeeding in them. Or know that in your life, Sadbhava, Sadbhava, Prashasta Karma are happening means the Sadrupi Lord is blessing you, working through you. Like I am doing this class. It's a Sat Karma, Prashasta Karma. I can't do it by myself. I am any ordinary human. It is He who is expressing through me. That Sadrupi Paramatma is expressing through the Satkari. True, so to you all. Not an easy thing to sit for 1.5 hours to listen to Geetha and all that. The Lord, the Sad Lord in you is giving that power to you today. This 1 hour to sit and listen patiently. You might have prayed to that Lord sometime, oh Sadrupi Paramatma, bless me for spiritual growth. Chalo, jao udhar jaake baith class. तो सद्भावे साधुभावे च सदित्येतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सच्छब्द पार्थ युज्यते. Now in the next shloka, what is that prashasta karma is told, which we are seeing it from last 7-8 shlokas. Not like 7, the whole chapter we are seeing that only. And this shloka number, last but 127, is very, very powerful. Again, I may have to take one more day to delve deeply in that. So today I'll tell you the superficial meaning. Then I think थोड़ा टाइम देकर कल डिटेलली बात करेंगे. कल एक बार और करके टाइम लेगा. हाँ, लिसन द 17th मंत्र. यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते. In this shloka, 3 thoughts are shared. Okay, first thought is what? Yajne tapasi dane cha sthitihi. Sat iti uchyate. That is sat sthiti. That sthiti is sat sthiti. Which sthiti? Which you have in yajna dana tapa. What is the meaning of sthiti here? Sthiti is conviction. That there is something called yajna sthiti. If you have that sthiti, so you are in sat sthiti. Sat Lord is blessing you. What is the opposite of it? Instead of yajna, you are selfish. Instead of tapasya, you are enjoying the bhogas of the world. Instead of dana, we are cheating others. Then it is not sat, it is opposite, it is asat. So the Lord is not working there. You, the devil, the jiva, only working in it. You will be punished. यज्ञ दान तप में हमारा कन्विक्शन हो गया तो वी आर ब्लेस्ड बाय सत. तो यू आर कॉल्ड सत पुरुष. नहीं हुआ conviction, opposite of yajna dana tapa we are doing, then there is no sat Bhagavan's blessings on us. We are only doing the asat karma, we are asat purusha, we get the punishment out of it. तो यज्ञे स्थिति ही, दाने स्थिति ही, तपसि स्थिति ही. यज्ञे तपसि दाने स्थितिम सत इति उच्यते. This is the first sentence. So did we invoke that sat in us? It is both ways. If you study Shastras and understand the importance of Yajna-dana tapasya, that understanding itself is invoking the Sat Paramatma in you. Or you invoke the Paramatma through the name Sat. What is the proof that you have invoked him? What is the proof that he blessed you? If these two happen, you invoked him, he is blessing you. You will have sthiti in your conviction. About what? Yajna-dana tapa. तो यज्ञ दान तप में स्थिति पाओ तो तुमने सत को बुलाया, या सत को बुलाया तो आपके जीवन में वो यज्ञ दान तप में स्थिति कराते. मीन्स होल लाइफ इज either lived for यज्ञ or for dana or tapas. I told you, yajna is the social work services, dana is sharing what you have, tapa is controlling your faculties. Yajna is your work service, dana is to share what you have, and tapaya is all your indriya mana buddhi are not given anything, they are only controlled totally. Minimum is given to them. Tapasya means control of them. So yajne tapasi dane cha sthiti. Saditi hoch. Now, is that enough that we got conviction of yajna dana tapa? Any conviction, how much ever noble it is. If it is not practical, what is the use of it? I am convinced I have to serve my parents. Very good. But if you don't serve practically, kaya ka fayda? I am convinced my Bharat Mata is great, my Hinduism is great. I love it, respect it. You are convinced. But what are you doing? How many days back you said Bharat Mata ki jai, Sanatan Dharma ki jai, Hindu Dharma ki jai, हिंदू ऋषियों की जय, हिंदू भगवान की जय, हिंदू शास्त्रों की जय. पीछे मुड़कर देखो तो 1 साल 2 साल क्या जिंदगी में कभी कहा ही नहीं होगा हमने इस बात. Then how can we say that we are really convinced and proud that we are Sanatan Dharmi, we are Hindus? Conviction हुआ but practice नहीं हुआ तो. Conviction that serving Guru is great, but there is no Guru in life. Why? मैं खुद ही गुरु. है ना? Conviction that I have to have noble thoughts, but you are not practicing them. So therefore स्थिति तो आ गया, वो एक सद है, 1/3 of it. But second सद क्या है? कर्म चैव तदर्थीयम. Sadittiva vidiyate. Tadyarthiya means only karma for the yajna, karma for the dana, karma for the tapasya. Only that. Eva means only that when you do. Again, the Sat Paramatma has entered more into you. Without practice, theory won't help. Theory तक थोड़े marks मिलते हैं. Spirituality में theory को कम marks, practical को ज़्यादा. Not like in our education system. Theory is given so much marks, practical little bit. That also थोड़ा उनको practical exam करने वाले को थोड़ा bribe दे दो, he will pass you. We all know we passed all practical exams of physics, chemistry. उन दिनों में laboratory भी नहीं होते थे. Some theory questions एक दो पूछते हैं वो लोग, ठीक है marks दे दे. In spirituality, theory never helps practice. So दूसरा वाला कर्म च एव तदर्थीयम. When the karma is done, yajna, dana, tapasya wale, then sad iti eva avidiyat. Second meaning. Third meaning is, tad is always Paramatma Gata, Om Tat Sat. So tadartiyam karma means, when yajna, dana, tapa are done, for the sake of the Lord, offering to him, that also is called as Sat. So yajna, dana, tapa mein, nischaya is Sat. Intellectual conviction. Practically doing them is also is Sat. And doing them for the Lord, not for me. That is called as Sat. तो यज्ञ तपस्दाने च स्थिति सदिति उच्यते. Tadartiyam karma pi saditi uchyate. And tat, if you take it as Lord, when these yajna tapa are done for the sake of the Lord, he is also called Satpurusha. So in him now the Sadrupi Paramatma is fully expressing through. And his actions, his words, every one of them are of Yajna Rupi, and they are in the blessing of the world. They won't trouble anyone. That is the glory of this particular Om Tat Sat mantra. So I thought of sparing something for tomorrow, but today only we have discussed everything. Tomorrow, therefore, we will do the 28th mantra. Day after tomorrow, entire chapter and summary and chanting. Then the day after, the 18th chapter will start as the Lord wants. Thank you. Om Ata Shri Krishna Yajurvediya Taittiriya Upanishad Ditya Brahmananda Valli Shanti Mantra. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा. ओम अथ up to what we have come yesterday. Yesterday we have seen Manomaya. When Manomaya Upasana done, all the fears will go away, etc. Now, Annamaya, inside that is Prana. Pranamaya, inside that is Mano. Manomaya, inside that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. So the physical gross body sheath, then second the Pranamaya vital air sheath, then the mental mind sheath, now the intellectual. Sheath means Kosha. Like the sword is kept in the sheath, or your specs are kept in the box. It's called as a sheath. Each one is the Kosha. Each one has the inner one inside it, permeating it, not touched by it, self of it, like the sword and sheath. The inner sword doesn't touch the sheath. Touch करता है तो sheath भी टूट जाएगा, sword भी blunt हो जाएगा. But the sheath is covering the sword. Sword is supporting sheath because the sheath is for the sword. कवच वो खड्ग के लिए होता है, जो वाला वो खड्ग कवच के लिए नहीं. In the same way, inside Annamaya, supporting Annamaya, not touched by Annamaya, permeating Annamaya is Prana. Inside Prana, untouched by the Prana, support of Prana, permeating all Prana is Manomaya. So too, other than Manomaya, inside Manomaya, as an Atma to Manomaya, permeating entire Manomaya is Vijnanamaya. That we'll study. That you have to contemplate. Not difficult. बस some days कोशिश करो, पता चलता है. These are all about not somebody told. अपने ही बारे में कह रहे. Annamaya you know, Pranamaya you know, mental sheath you know, now the intellectual. Let us do that one from Tasmadva Etasmat. Okay. I told you already. Tasmadva Etasmat Manomayat. उस मनोमय कोश से अन्यः अदर अंतरः inside Atma self of the Manomaya is Vijnanamaya. This is the fourth sheath. Fourth kosha, fourth level, Anna Prana Mano Vijnana. Okay, then Tena Esha Purnaha. By this Vijnanamaya kosha, the Manomaya is fully permeated. Sava Esha Purusha Vida Eva. This is also the Vijnanamaya like a Purusha. Tasya Purusha Vidatam. Anvayam Purusha Vidaha. He is also like Purusha, and that Purusha is like a Pakshi. That Pakshi also has got 5 limbs: head, right wing, left wing, middle portion, and the tail. So to this Vijnanamaya Kosha Pakshi, what are these head and wings and tail and the tummy? They are told here. Okay, बहुत important thought है. अभी अभी हम गीता पढ़ रहे हैं 17th chapter for the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Tasya Shraddhaiva Shiraha. Shraddha itself is the Shira, the faith in the head. Then Rutam Dakshina Pakshaha. Rutam, just now 2 minutes back we studied. That studying the Shastras and knowing that according to the Shastra, we have to live the life of Yajna Dana Tapa, that also for Paramatma. That is intellectual conviction. है ना, स्थिति जो अभी कहा हमने ना, that is called as Rutam. That is a Dakshina Paksha for the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then Satyamuttara Pakshaha. The left wing is Satya. Means what you theoretically done, know what you know theoretically, what you have understood convinced theoretically, doing practically that thing is called Satya. Therefore, the second point, Karma Chaiva Tadartheyam. That is called as Satyam. That is Uttara Paksha. हो गया. Then Yoga Atma. As I told you, the Yoga Sadhana, Ashtanga Yoga, that is the central portion of this Vijnanamaya Kosha, where he is always trying to control his faculties. Then Mahapucham Pradishta is little tough for you to understand. I'll just tell and leave you for future. Mahapucham means what? The supporting balancing tail of Vijnanamaya Koshas. Maha means Mahatattva. Means I, an individual, with all my intelligence, should work in line with the total only. I cannot be separate from the total. Like each member of the family, all his intelligence should be for the total family. The total family is called Maha. And that's what balances the total and each individual. So to a particular department is there, finance department. Every member of that financial department should work for the total finance department's development. And that finance department is Maha. उसके लिए सब लोग मिलकर काम करना है. And that financial department is one wing of the total country's development. Therefore, that finance department, that home ministry, that defense, सब मिलकर Maha now is the country. For the sake of the country, they have to work. Then only they are all balanced. If not, any of the department does something wrong, that department also is troubled, other also are troubled, and the main country's growth is stopped. And one nation, when it is working, for it the Maha is the whole, let us say the Bhumandala or the globe, the entire country of the world, countries of the world. तो सब वो महा होता है. उनके लिए हर एक देश काम करना है. Isn't it? Otherwise, I am selfish, I want things for me only and destroy other things. Then the wars will come. Third world, fourth world, fifth world war. Every day there is world war. But if everybody thinks for the total globe, there is no war. There is together they work and they save themselves and help the total. That way, for the Vijnanamaya Kosha, thinking about the totality is called as Mahapucham. For him, understanding scriptures is Dakshina Paksha. Living life according to that is Uttara Paksha. And for that, always in the controlled mode is called as Yogaha. And all of that he can do when he has a Shraddha, that is the head. Shraddha iva Shiraha. आपको श्रद्धा है दिमाग में, आप इसलिए आके क्लास में बैठे हो. आपका रुतम दक्षिण पक्ष स्ट्रांग हो रहा है कि you are getting the knowledge from scriptures what for the life has to be lived. You do it practically, then your uttara paksha satyam will be strong, and then you control your faculties, your atma is saved. Then all of that you do for the nation, for the whole globe, you are also mahapucham pratishtha kar rahe ho. So your vijnanamaya kosha is now no more a liability to you and the world. That Vijnanamaya Kosha can slowly go to the next level of Anandamaya, and from there to the Brahma. What is it tomorrow? Okay. तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् मनोमयात् तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् मनोमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः अन्योन्तर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः तेनैष पूर्णः सवा एष पुरुषविद एव सवा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणः पक्षः ऋतं दक्षिणः पक्षः सत्यमुत्तरः पक्षः सत्यमुत्तरः पक्षः योग आत्मा महापुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा महापुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. About this Vijnanamaya Kosha also, there is shloka from Rigveda. In that Vijnanamaya Kosha, Mahima is told, if you do Vijnanamaya Kosha as the Brahma Upasana, then what are the blessings come, that will be told. Then other than the Vijnanamaya Kosha, inside that, there is another one, Anandamaya Kosha. And beyond all these five koshas is our Atma, which is our goal. See, now how much subtle is this knowledge and how many years we have to spend to study them thoroughly. And in that only there is fulfillment. Leaving all of that, where are we lost in? The Shabda Sparsa Prasagandha with our Indriyas, like animals or uneducated fellow. We being Hindus and Sanatan Dharmi, having such great Shastras and Gurus, how can we afford to live life like animals, like other uneducated, uncultured brutes of the world or the people of the world? दिमाग नहीं है. हिंदू मतलब केवल परमात्मा के लिए प्रयत्न करने वाला, बाकी सब बकवास. We only work for the reality. All else is unreal. We play there, that's it. We serve others, we love others. We have goal inside, not outside. Okay. तस्माद्वा एतस्मान् मनोमयात् अन्योन्तरात्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणः पक्षः सत्यमुत्तरः पक्षः योग आत्मा उच्चं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. अगेन तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् मनोमयात् अन्योन्तरात्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणः पक्षः सत्यमुत्तरः पक्षः योग आत्मा महामुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. मैं तो पढ़ा रहा हूँ आपको बेटा, आप कितना पढ़ सीख रहे हो आपके हाथ में. ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः. श्री जानकी वल्लभो विजयते. श्री रामचरितमानस पंचम सोपान सुंदरकांडः. So last this one, है ना. He सीता जी asked हनुमान जी कि सहज बाणी सेवक सुखदायक, है ना. The loving is the Lord's Vani of all kindness. Sevaka Sukadayaka is the giver of Sukha to all his Sevakas. Kabahuka Karati, Kabahuka Surati Karata Ragunayaka. Such Rama, does he do my Smarana anytime? Sitaji is asked. Because 12, 13 years when we were together, I was doing his seva. So much cooking and all of that. So is he remembering me or forgotten me? That is one. Is he remembering me or not? Second is, Kabahu Nayana Mama Sitala Tata. Will there be any chance where my eyes become cool? How? Hoi hai niraki syama murdugata. Sitala hoi hai niraki syama murdugata. The murdugatra, the soft, tender limbed Lord Rama, having seen him with that joy, will my eyes become cool? Ankh. तो मेरा आंख ठंडा होना भगवान का दर्शन करके. Before that, he is remembering me. Before that, is he having that niturata towards me? So why Rama is nishtura to me? Is he remembering me? Will I be able to have his darshan? These are the three questions Sita ji ask. Hanuman ji will have to give the answer to all of them. So Bhagavan is not nishtura. No, 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 no. He's always remembering you, and his prema for you is double than what you have for him. Second is, he's always remembering you. Third one, what? He's more in urgency than you to come and have your darshan. In that way will be Hanumanji's answer. Let us chant those chopais and doha. See the meaning for the day. कि बचन न आव नयन भरे भारी अह नाथ हूँ निपट बिसारी देखी परम बिरहा कुल सीता बोला कपि मृदु बचन विनीता मातु कुशल प्रभु अनुज समेता तब दुख दुखी सुकृपा निकेता जनि जननी मानहु जियऊना तुम ते प्रेम राम के दूना रघुपति कर संदेशु अब सुनु जननी धरि धीर अस कहि कपि गद गद भयऊ भरे विलोचन नीर सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. हनुमान जी, बिफोर हनुमान जी स्टार्ट, सीता जी कहती है बचन न आवा नयन भरे भारी. ओ माय डियर हनुमान, आई कांट विथस्टैंड, माय होल आईज आर फिल्ड विद द टीयर्स and I cannot further talk anything with my mouth. वचन न आव नयन भरे भारी. Then aha nath how nipata bisari. Oh Lord, oh Nath, you have forgiven, you have given up me, you have forgotten me. मुझे आपने छोड़ दिया और मुझे आप भूल गए. अब देखो, दिस इज वेरी सटलेस्ट पॉइंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. कल हमने थोड़ा बताया इसको. मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, ध्यान से सुनो थोड़ा प्लीज, आई रिक्वेस्ट, पे दैट. इट इज वी हु बाय आवर चॉइस go away from the Lord into his Maya of this world and get lost in it by our choice. And then we say that the Lord has given me up and forgotten me. Like the children, they leave the parents, they go in the nonsense company, and they say, the parents have left me, they have forgotten me. Can any time parents leave children? Can any time parents forget children? Is it possible? If at the physical level born children only, the parents have so much of love of never giving up. The whole world may give up, but parents never give up. Whole world may forget us, not our parents. If the body giving parents have that love, how much the Lord will have love for all of us who are his children, whom we forgotten. We left him and we went. Bhagavan has nobody, like parents have nobody other than children. Children have so many friends and nonsense. They get distracted. Parents don't get, because unko. So too, Bhagavan has nobody other than we, the children, to always remember. We have the ones who left him and gone into world. Now we complain like Sita ji. You have forgotten me, you have left me. आहा नाथ हो निपट बिसारी. आपने मेरा विसार दी. निपट मीन्स छोड़ना, बिसारी मीन्स भूल गए. Remember this thought. Lord has never left us, we only left him. Lord has never forgotten us, we only have forgotten him. Every moment in all our good and bad doings, he is there from behind, either to warn us if it is bad, or to encourage us if it is good. We forget him, we don't listen to him, we are distracted, we have left him, he has not left us. लेकिन सीता जी ने राम जी को दूर भेजा. अब वो आगे भी यहाँ लंका में रावण ले आया. किसने कहा कि राम तुम जाओ डियर लाने को? लक्ष्मण की बात सुनकर कह सकते हैं ठीक है, आई डोंट वांट दैट. That means when you want the worldly metal thing, you keep the Lord away. When the Lord is away, the delusion of Ravana takes you in, puts you in the Rakshasa of Durgunas, in the Lanka materialism, and other than misery, you have nothing. Ahaha natahau nipata bisari. It is we you left. Like that, a good example of a big story, I'll tell you in 1 minute. That chore, not a person who wants to do the chore. Immediately from inside the voice comes, nahi nahi mat karna. But this fellow doesn't make karungai. We'll see that voice inside says, but don't do that. Then third time he says, nahi karungai मैं. Then the Lord from inside says, चलो करना ही है तो उधर मत जाओ इधर जाओ. वहां पकड़ा जाओगे इधर मत जाओ. We don't listen, हम वही जाएंगे. Lord 3 times he says, no, don't go there. But still we go there only where we are not supposed to do. Then he says, चलो यहाँ आ गए, do the job of चोरी carefully करो. We don't listen to him, हम careless ही करेंगे. When that carelessness is done, suddenly the people wake up. चोर की कहानी बता रहा हूँ. When the people wake up, then who is telling again from inside, अब भागो भागो करके. It is the Lord only telling you. Take left, take right, go run, run fast, this, that. Lord is only always wanting to save us. And finally, let us say that chore is caught by the people. Then they beat him. And then who takes that fellow, the chore, again to the hospital? The God inside only. Go to that hospital, this doctor, take that medicine, get well. When is the time when the Lord is not in us and not talking to us and not telling us what is wrong, what is right? And the same God is telling us, go to Geetha class. You come here again, sleep. Again, Lord says, it's not here to sleep, to wake up. And you wake up but you're not concentrating. The Lord says, beta concentrate karo. Concentrate kar rahe ho, lekin distract ho rahe ho. Bhagwan says, fully karo. When is the time Bhagwan is not telling? He's telling you to understand, you to remember, you to practice it. There's no moment when Bhagwan is not with us. And we say he has forgotten us. Sitaji says, Ahanadhau Nipadamisar. Then seeing this situation of Sitaji, Hanumanji takes over. What he says, Dekhi Parama Viraha Akula Sita. Seeing Sitaji is in Viraha Akula, in Akulata because of Parama Viraha. She was in distress, disturbance, dukkha because of Viraha being away from Bhagavan Rama. Seeing her like that, Bola Kapi Mrudu Bachana Vinita. This is the underlying point. Hanumanji took initiative and spoke. How he spoke? Mrudula Vachana. The most tender, soft, loving words he spoke, Vinita, with total humbleness in his voice. बहुत humbleness के साथ मृदुल वचन हनुमान ने. We should learn these arts throughout life. Our words should be Vinita and Mrudula. Vinita is with humbleness, Mrudula is tenderness. We have no right to be arrogant and talk harsh words. No. We just remove that thought only from the life. बोलना है तो मृदुल वचन बोलो, बोलना है तो बिना अहंकार का विनयता से बोलो. बोला वचन मृदुल विनीता. So this is the learning for us. First learning is what? It's not the Lord who forgot or given up, we did it. Second is what? When you have to talk, talk with mrudula vachana and with vinita bhava. What did Hanumanji say? Matu, O my mother. See, already in 3-4 shlokas, 3 times Hanumanji is addressing her mother. Matu, O mother. He kusala prabhu anuja samet. With Lakshmanaji, Rama is safe. Their safety he has to tell. And they are safe also. He is not jhoot bol rahe nahi. Then her half of the chati tasalli ho jayegi. Because if something happens to Rama, then she will have more thoughts of committing suicide. Because किसके लिए अभी जिएंगी? इसलिए Rama is safe and Lakshmana is also safe. Both of them are Anuja. Matu Kusala Prabhu. Prabhu is Kushal. Rama is safe. Anuja Sameta. Lakshman ji also safe. Because she is in regret and guilt that she only sent Rama and Lakshman. उनको क्या हुआ, मारिच ने क्या किया, all that इनको तो नहीं पता ना. She is kidnapped by Ravana. उनका कहानी इनको पता नहीं, इनका उनको नहीं पता. There are no drone cameras or WhatsApp or all of them that time. So हाउ द रावण किडनैप्ड सीता, राम लक्ष्मण को नहीं पता. राम लक्ष्मण क्या हुआ वहां, when both of them went for that Marricha, the golden deer, Sita also doesn't know. So first news is they are kushal. Then again she can feel bad. अच्छा मैं इतना दुखी हूँ, वो लोग खुश है वहां. नहीं नहीं नहीं. देखा था, women mind is always like that. She listens and feels happy. अच्छा वो खुश है हाँ, मतलब मेरे बिना खुश है वो. Then again she becomes miserable. Therefore Hanumanji has to be very sweet, soft, tender, intelligent. He says, Tava dukha dukhi. So Krupa Niketa. Krupa ka Niket. The Lord who is the abode of kindness and compassion, he is again dukhi because remembering about you where you are and your dukkha. Because when you are with him, he was taking care of you fully. Now you are somewhere else. Where are you? Don't know. He doesn't know. So he is always imagining how you are, and imagining or remembering your dukkha is always in dukkha. Physically they are safe, but in the mind he is always dukkha about your dukkha. You understood now? What is the relation of the Lord to us? He is there intact, but always he is miserable because of every jiva's misery. And he always tries to help us to come out. They say parents are miserable when the children fail in exam and they get diseased, when they go in the wrong direction, they're not doing well for their interview, they're not getting job. बच्चों से ज़्यादा पेरेंट्स दुखी होते. शादी नहीं हो रही है, दुखी हो गया लेकिन टिक नहीं रहा, और दे आर फाइटिंग एवरी डे. पेरेंट्स ऑलवेज. एंड यू ऑल थिंक मेरे माता पिता मेरे को छोड़कर सत्संग जा रहे हैं, और बाबा जी के जाकर कोई तत्व तो नहीं सुनते हैं. वो बाबा जी से वही पूछते हैं, भगवान महाराज मेरे बच्चे जो शादी हो गए वो लड़ाई झगड़ा कर रहे हैं डेली, थोड़ा सॉल्यूशन बताओ. फॉर यू ओनली दे प्रे बाबा जी. यू अंडरस्टैंड, दे आर सो काइंड, दे बिकम मोर मिजरेबल. सो तव दुख दुखी सुकृपा निकेता. देन दिस ब्यूटिफुल है ना, जनी जननी मानहु जिया ऊना. मीन्स व्हाट? ओ मदर. हम्म जननी, ओ मदर. अगेन सेकंड लाइन में दूसरी बार जननी माता कह रहे कि जिया ऊना नहीं मानहूं. जिया मीन्स हृदय में, हार्ट में. ऊना मीन्स फीलिंग द inferiority complex or lowness. नहीं माना हूं. Don't feel that way. Low within your heart. Don't lose the heart. In short, how? What is the point? Second line हनुमान जी says, तुमते प्रेमो राम के दूना. Means क्या है? There are two things. The Rama has love for you. Double love than what you have for him. If you have two units, he has got 4 units. You have 50 is 100. So double love he has for you than what you have for him. Second, una means how much he loves himself. He is loving you double than what he loves himself. So मेरा प्यार आपसे, मैं जितना अपने आप से करता हूँ उससे डबल है, या आप मेरे से जितना प्यार करते हो उससे डबल मेरा है. Therefore he loves you more, you love him only. So this word when Hanuman said, Sita ji really will be out of that feeling. No, she was saying, ha 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 nata how nibata bisari. And also she said earlier, ki kahi ke hetu dharai nitrai. Bhagavan is not having any nishturata, and he has not given up you, not forgotten you. He is double love you more than what you love him. Therefore, he is double miserable than you because you are away from him. Okay, now he says, Raghupati Gara Sandesh Avasono Janani Dhari Dhira. In 3 lines, 3 times Janani word Mata come word, and 3 times it came. Dhira Dhari, with your Dhirata, listen Sri Rama Sandesha. Asakahi, having said this, Kapi Gada Gada Mayamu. Hanumanji himself became choked in the throat, Gada Gada, because it is not Rama Sandesha only to Sita, but for every Rama Bhakta or every Jiva who is suffering in this world, to all of them, the same is the Sandesha from Rama. Hanumanji remembers. Hanumanji puts himself in the place of the devotee and feels that Rama Sandesha as for himself. Therefore, he feels that Gada Gada because of the love of the Lord. And what is that Sandesha? Tomorrow we'll see. Asakahi kapi gada gada bhayo. Again, bhare vilochana neera. Even in his eyes also, the eyes are tearing. है ना? बचनों न आवा नयन बर भारे. सीता जी also in tears, हनुमान जी की आंखों में भी प्रेम के भक्ति के आंसू हैं. Now, what is Rama Sandesha to Sita ji and the Lord Sandesha to all devotees and the Lord Sandesha to all jivas, all dukhi atmas, all samsari? Is it not a very important topic? सोचो, कल हम इसको पढ़ने के लिए आएंगे. थैंक यू बेटा. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति मामयात् शांतो मुच्यते वंदेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यानुमोचेतस्तोमा सद्गमय तमसो मह ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमश्रीभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रं तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. गीता माता की जय. वेदव्यास भगवान की जय. रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय. वाल्मीकि तुलसीदास भगवान की जय. हनुमान हनुमान भगवान की जय. सीता माई की जय. लक्ष्मण स्वामी की जय. श्वेता कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद महाशास्त्र की जय. वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य के महाचमस्यादि ऋषि परंपरा की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नम पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण. जय जय राम राम अम्बे श्री आज पराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक से उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मोक्ष भक्तगण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय. समस्त युवा मंडली की जय. Om Tat Sat. As many times as possible from today, keep on saying because there are three names of the Lord. Chalo, let us meet tomorrow. Thank you.